You may have noticed it, a quiet shift happening in America. Young people walking away from high-paying jobs, not because they can't handle the pressure, but because pressure without purpose feels pointless. For decades, we've been told the same story. Go to school, get the degree, land the job, climb the ladder, make money. And if you're lucky, somewhere along the way, happiness will follow. But millennials and Gen Z have lived through enough to challenge that idea. They watched their parents burn out in careers they didn't love. They survived recessions, housing crises, rising debt, and global instability. They experienced remote work and realized life doesn't need to revolve around an office. They lost time, relationships, and well-being, and now they see clearly what matters. This generation is not choosing laziness. They're choosing life. To understand why purpose matters more than pay, we need to look at what younger generations value. Purpose, flexibility, well-being, human connection, alignment. These aren't buzzwords, they are survival tools in a world that constantly pushes people toward burnout. Millennials and Gen Z aren't waiting to retire at 65 to enjoy life. They want to live now. They've seen how fragile everything can be, careers, health, economy, and decided that meaning must come first. They aren't afraid to leave a job that threatens their peace. They aren't impressed by titles if the work feels empty. They refuse to sacrifice identity for salary. They'd rather earn less and feel alive than earn a lot and feel trapped. This is not rebellion against work. It's rebellion against a system that glorifies exhaustion. They believe that work should serve life, not the other way around. Let's talk facts. Many millennials and Gen Z adults are still ambitious. They're hustling, they're starting businesses, they're freelancing, they're building brands online, they're passionate about social causes. They're traveling and gaining experiences that shape their worldview. But while previous generations dreamed of corner offices, they dream of purpose-driven impact. They want to contribute, not just consume. They want connection over competition. They seek fulfillment that can't be measured in numbers. Some call them entitled. But what if they're enlightened? What if they simply refuse to accept a dream that leads to burnout and regret? Consider the rise of careers in sustainability, mental health, non-profit work, creative fields, tech innovation, remote-first positions, and entrepreneurship. These choices are not accidents. They reflect deep priorities: freedom to design life, flexibility to protect mental health, authenticity in values, a career that feels like an expression of who they are. They're redefining wealth, not as money in a bank account, but time, peace, purpose, and relationships. They saw their parents sacrifice everything for companies that replaced them without hesitation. So now loyalty goes both ways, or not at all. Gen Z especially understands that mental health is just as important as physical health. They won't stay in a workplace that disrespects boundaries or demands endless availability. A paycheck that costs your well-being is too expensive. What's also interesting, when people love what they do, when their work aligns with purpose, they become more productive, creative, and committed. Purpose fuels excellence. Meaning builds resilience. So shifting away from paycheck-focused living isn't just personally fulfilling, it's smart. It leads to better work and a better world. These generations know something powerful. Money can support happiness, but it can never replace it. They want jobs that help the planet, uplift communities, foster innovation, or tell stories that matter. They want to look back one day and feel proud of how they spent their time. This movement isn't small. It's reshaping industries. It's forcing companies to rethink how they treat employees. It's inspiring a culture where self-worth doesn't depend on work output. It's not the end of ambition. It's the rebirth of meaningful ambition. So what are the foundations of this new mindset? First, values alignment. If the company's mission conflicts with their beliefs, they're out. Second, work-life integration. Not balance, integration. Life is not a thing squeezed around work. Third, mental health as a priority. Burnout culture is being replaced by boundaries. Fourth, flexibility and autonomy. Control over time is the new power. Fifth, impact matters. They want to see results that go beyond profit charts. This shift makes some older leaders uncomfortable, but change always does. And history has shown that every new generation challenges outdated systems for the better. Millennials and Gen Z are not asking for less. They are demanding more meaning, more respect, more humanity in how we live and work. Purpose-driven living isn't selfish. It actually leads to greater contribution. Because when someone loves what they do, they serve at their highest level. Imagine a world where everyone wakes up feeling energized instead of drained. Where work feels like an extension of who you are. Where success means fulfillment, not burnout. That is the future these generations are fighting for. A future where money supports life, not defines it. So if you're watching this and thinking, I want that too, you're not alone. You're part of a global transformation. The system may push back, people may criticize your choices, but only you know what makes your soul light up. And there is incredible bravery in choosing joy over expectations, in choosing authenticity over approval, in choosing purpose over pay. So here's the question only you can answer. What do you want your life to stand for? Because when you're old and looking back, will you remember the money you earned? Or the moments that made you feel alive? Gen Z and millennials already know the answer. And no matter your age, you have the same right to choose a meaningful path, to rewrite the idea of success for yourself, to live a story that feels like you. Thank you for watching this video. If this message inspired you to rethink your own path, please like this video, follow the Think Fresh Daily channel, and share it with someone who deserves a life filled with purpose, not just paychecks. Your future is waiting, and it's full of meaning.